So link to entities queries. We can basically use Linq to query against DB set because it is derived from iQueryable. And Entity Framework converts our Linq queries into SQL. And the Entity Framework API executes that SQL query against our database. It retrieves the result set and it converts it into the appropriate entity object and returns it as a query result. Okay. And so some of the commands that you will see in these commands are in the controller. Okay, because that is where all of that interacting with the database occurs. Some of the commands that you will see are find or find async, which is for asynchronous. In generated code, you're probably always going to see async because that allows your system to work on other requests while it is waiting for the database query. So if you don't want your system locked up, async is the command that you're going to want to use. So you can use find or find async. I did take some code from the controllers in the Sugar Baker project that we just scaffolded. And so you could see where these commands are located. Okay, and you can see that it is using async. Anytime you're using a command with async, it is almost always prefixed with a wait. They kind of go together. First or default, or we've got the async version of both. And so this is for retrieving a single object. And basically it's going to find the first one. Okay, and again, this one has async, so it begins with await. ToList or ToList async returns a collection in the form of a list. And so here again, we've got our context and we are, let's see, pulling in department. And we're also including zip codes. So we are working with the employee table here. So it's pulling in all the foreign key data. And then we are passing along to the view, basically a collection list of all that data. And order by descending, that is just for sorting in A to Z or reverse order. Okay, so the same exact example, if you wanted it sorted, let's say by last name, you can edit this and you can just add order by and what you want it sorted by. So projections are when you want to retrieve the data from the database, but you want to maybe combine it in a little different way than just using the properties. And so here we've got, and this is for a drop down. We have a value and text. And so we've created a little authors object. And you can see that we are doing a select and we're calling it a new drop down. Okay, and so we've got the author ID that we are passing along to string, and then a text value where we're taking the author's first name and adding a space and their last name. So this is not something that, I mean, it's two parts, two different columns in a table that we are combining, and we're going to pass it along to the view in a little different way than it's normally passed. Okay, and then all of this is going into a collection list. And the next video, we'll talk about concurrency. If you wanted to know more about DTOs, which are data transfer objects, I did include a link here for you to find out a little bit more information on that.